In episode 1, we talked about two strategies: selling the house as is on the open market and selling directly to an investor. The backbone of both of these strategies is getting a home inspection up front. But today is not about strategy. Today is about who you're trusting to help you get this right. Because even with the right strategy, even with the right inspection, the wrong person can derail your outcome. In this video, we're going to slow it down a little bit and we're going to talk about how to choose the right agent, how to choose the right investor, what questions to ask, and how to spot answers that should make you pause. So let's start with the first path, selling the house on the market as is. This strategy works really well if your goal is to get as much as you possibly can, regardless of the fact that it needs repairs. The sellers that choose this route, they're thinking, I don't want to leave any money on the table. And if this is the direction you're leaning, the most important decision that you're going to make is which agent can I trust? But here's the part that I want you to hear clearly. Not every agent is comfortable selling a house that needs work. Some agents are great with clean, updated houses, but they struggle when the house has issues. So instead of asking, have you ever sold a house like this before? I want you to ask, how do you handle selling a house that needs repairs? Then just listen. A strong answer doesn't sound defensive. It doesn't sound vague. It sounds thought through. At some point, their explanation should naturally land somewhere like this. We get the inspection done before we list. We price the house based on what we know, and we make sure buyers understand the condition before they even walk in. That's the kind of answer you're listening for, because it tells you this agent isn't just reacting to the problems, they're planning for them up front. What should make you pause is an answer that sounds fuzzy, like, we'll just list it and see what happens. Or, the buyers, they can do their own inspection later. Those answers usually mean that agent is just hoping that magically things are just going to work out in the end. They are not managing the process intentionally. A good agent uses that inspection to set the expectations early. That way, they're able to reduce the chance that there'll be renegotiations later, and ultimately, they're protecting your sales price. They're not hiding anything. They're just controlling the narrative from the start. And one more thing, you should absolutely be interviewing at least 3 agents, not to compare their personalities, but to compare how they think. It's also completely reasonable to say up front, hey, this house needs repairs. The right agent won't flinch. They'll know exactly how to handle that conversation. Now let's talk about the second path, selling the house directly to an investor. Now this strategy works well if your priority is a clean, predictable path to closing, even if that means accepting less than full market value. Most sellers who lean this way, they're thinking, I don't want showings. I want to be done with this. And that's not wrong. For a lot of people, especially with inherited houses or rentals or homes that are just overwhelming, being able to move on matters way more than squeezing out every last dollar. If this is the direction you're leaning, the decision here really isn't about the offer yet. It's about which investor you can trust, because not every investor operates the same way. Some are professional, transparent, and follow through, but others rely on pressure, confusion, and late-stage renegotiation as their foundation. Most legitimate investor purchases still include an inspection period. That is completely normal. What matters is what happens after the offer is made. Once you have that offer in hand, instead of asking, is this the highest you can go? I'd rather you ask, can you walk me through how you arrived at this number? And then just listen. A solid investor can explain what repairs they're accounting for, what risks they're taking on, and what timeline they're committing to. You probably are not going to like that number, which is okay, but what really matters is that you understand where that number came from. That's the kind of explanation you're listening for. What should concern you is an investor who reopens issues that have already been disclosed, or creates urgency out of nowhere, or they pressure you to accept a lower price without a clear explanation. That's not part of a healthy process. If things feel rushed or confusing, that's usually your signal to slow down, because a good investor transaction feels steady, clear, and easy to follow. Now, one quick note here: when you start searching for investors online, you're going to get a lot of calls, and that is perfectly normal. So if that part starts to feel a little bit overwhelming to you, I actually made a video about that very topic, on how to handle that conversation with those investors, what to ask, what to avoid, how to stay in control. I'll make sure that I link that for you right here. At this point, you already know what questions to ask. The only thing left is who to ask them to. For most people, that starts with a simple online search. You can literally type something like, "real estate agent in my county who sells houses that needs repairs." Google, with their new AI tool, is surprisingly good at servicing agents who actually have sold homes like yours. The same thing goes for investors. Just listen for who can explain their process clearly without rushing you. If the conversation feels pressured or confusing, keep looking. In the next and final video, I'm going to help you put all of this together. We're going to walk through how to compare both strategies side by side, how to factor in your timeline, how to factor in your stress level and financial goals, and finally, how to choose the exit strategy that fits your situation. I'm going to leave you with one last thing. If you have a house in Metro Atlanta that you need some extra help with, feel free to reach out to me. Just click the Work With Me link in the description below. Or if you just have a question, click the Ask Me Anything link. I read and answer each and every one of those questions. All right, I'm done. I'll see you in the next video.